Euro AUD, you can see what we had. We had a reversal head and shoulder pattern, right? So you can see this was our first trend reversal on Euro AUD. So that right there gave us that head and shoulder here and taking price lower. On Euro AUD, you can see our head and shoulder formation pattern didn't play out like exactly like how we wanted it, but it's also a overall trend reversal. So that's why you need to understand the chart patterns here. And as I always said before, you find these patterns, especially head and shoulder, when there's a very trending market. So say like this market has been trending for so long, yeah. When price is actually going to look for some sort of reversal, you're going to see something like a head and shoulder pattern. When it's bullish and when it's bearish and it's selling off, you're going to see an inverse head and shoulder, which is the opposite of this head and shoulder pattern. From my perspective now, here on my daily time frame that I'm actually working at, so you can see we have some sort of support on GBP AUD here. From my point of view, you can see we still have support around this zone here. So I'm going to look at the market at two ways here. So price can actually move back down into this zone here and then reverse back up towards the upside here, giving us that lower high formation here where we can possibly pull a trend line from this resistance here back down and have that trend inside of a trend here. So let's see if we can get that on GBP AUD here before we actually see what price action is actually doing. Yeah, also on my daily, you can see right there we had a nice pin bar right there, close here on a daily time frame, which was yesterday Monday. Looking at GBP AUD again, right? You can see it's a triangular formation pattern here. You can see where you have that backwards, so you can see straight away what price has been doing here, giving us that pattern here. So that's why you need to understand the patterns here within the market. So maybe if we see price come down like this here, tested this level of support, which is this support right there, yeah, you can see if that support get tested and then we see some sort of reversal break here, retest that trend line and then move higher and start to give us new high here. Because if you look at the monthly time frame, you can see overall we're in a bullish market. So my views on GBP AUD, I'm looking for price to come back down into this low, yeah, retest this support level and then possibly move higher. Yeah, so that's my views on GBP AUD. And moving back to my 4-hourly time frame, what I can actually see, you can see price is actually bearish at the moment. Yeah, so this is where the trend comes into play. So you can see we are overall in a bearish trend. So possibility we're gonna see price start consolidating at the bottom here and looking for some sort of trend reversal. So possibly, as I said before, if you got something like an inverse head and shoulder pattern, that's when we're going to look for price to actually retrace and move back towards the upside on GBP AUD. So that's my first pair that I'm actually looking at for a swing. Yeah, so as I said before, you want to buy these monthly and weekly support zone. Yeah, so you want to buy low and you want to sell high. So you can see where you see GBP AUD is coming into play right there is a weekly resistance level going to become support here. So you can see we had all this selling off. And now we are looking for price to actually give us some sort of retracement back towards the upside on GBP AUD. My second perspective that I'm actually looking at this pair on my weekly, what I want to show you guys is that price actually broke my weekly trend line here. So you can see where we have broke here, retest, and what happened, you can see price start trading towards the downside. Within this retest phase here, which is a correction on a weekly, what we can actually have on a daily, if you move back to your daily here, you can see what price action is actually doing here. Give us that head and shoulder right below that weekly resistance. Sorry, weekly support here. Give us new resistance and then fall sharply here on GBP AUD. So that's how I did my previous technical analysis on this pair. What I want to see there, if price here hold above this support level, yeah, respect this trend line, then we're gonna look for price to actually go high. Yeah, my final take profit will be right at 186.68. But if I see price actually hold, break above and retest, there's a possibility we're gonna see price start moving higher and possibly back into this wick that we have there, because the market always retraces back to these wicks. So that wick right there would be my target for that bull run, and if I see price reject this resistance trend line where I have my trends in trend line drawn, I will look for more short opportunity on GBP AUD. So overall, that's how I look at the market on my perspective, like the 2 points. So I'm looking for both sell and buy, but overall, now I'm actually looking for buy opportunities. Reason being, we're at a level of support, yeah? So you need to just see how the market react within this zone. As I said before, a higher high and a higher low, yeah, can give you your first confirmation like this. So you got your pullback, yeah, first high and your low, and then give you that high, yeah? So that can be your actually first entry, but myself, I like to take aggressive entries from the bottom here, which you wanna like find like wick off or wick on entry on like higher time frame. So like the weekly. Remember, this is a weekly support that we're actually coming into play here. So we need to look at this level and see how price reacts within this zone on GBP AUD. So any questions or anyone wanna ask anything before I move on? So my next play will be Bitcoin.